Intro.
Welcome to the Inspire Weight Loss Davy Podcast. Drug-free, sustainable, life-changing weight loss. Here's your host, Martha Savloff.
Hello, and welcome everyone to episode number 4 of the Inspire Weight Loss Davy Podcast. I'm your co-host, Jeremy Wolf, and I'm joined by your host, Martha Savloff. Martha, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. So what I think we're going to do today, you mentioned you wanted to talk a little bit about a topic that I personally know nothing of, so I'm interested to learn more. So what is PCOS, and how does it affect women's health, particularly in terms of weight?
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to dive into this. First of all, Jeremy, the reason why I want to talk about this is because I want to share or send out the message out there to women that have PCOS that there's hope for them. We see so many women here at Inspire that with PCOS, and they've been diagnosed with it, and they're super frustrated because with PCOS, weight gain.
Hold on, sorry to cut you off. First off, what is PCOS for those that don't know?
Sure. PCOS is Polycystic Ovary Syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's a hormonal disorder, and it affects a lot of women, especially in the reproductive years in their life. So we have 30-year-olds that get diagnosed with this, and then what happens is they experience this weight gain that they haven't experienced before. And they try to do everything they know what to do, and how to get themselves in a place where they can lose weight. And also what happens is that many times they're told that they cannot get pregnant. And so it's a really, really sad topic a little bit for women. They don't know what to do. And so we help them and we bring hope to them. So that's why I want to talk about it.
Is PCOS, is this a genetic condition, or how does one come about getting PCOS?
It doesn't necessarily have to be. So it can, excuse me, it can be just a diagnosis that comes about for the female. And what happens is it just disrupts their whole hormonal process. And so it's kind of like a compounded issue that women face because it just disrupts all sorts of different mechanisms in their body. So it's something that they have to figure out with this new life, with this new diagnosis.
What are some effective weight loss strategies for those that have PCOS?
Yeah, and before I get into that, I want to share with everybody that's listening or watching why does this happen to their body, as far as why does their body gain weight when they're diagnosed with PCOS? And obviously we all know that hormones and our weight go hand in hand, right? Everything's under the sun is hormones. So there's a top 4 reasons why women that are diagnosed with PCOS gain weight. And the reason why, number 1 is insulin resistance. They suffer from that. And when you're insulin resistant, then what happens is your body just stores fat. So there's an increase of fat storage in their body. And that's the reason why they gain weight. Also, the hormone imbalance definitely does that as well. And then it disrupts their metabolism. So when the metabolism is messed with and decreases, then at that point you're gaining weight, right? You're storing away fat. And then also PCOS tends to increase a person's appetite. So people tend to eat more. So now they're eating more and they're not burning because their metabolism is disrupted and their hormones are out of whack. And there's insulin resistance, and all of that together equals weight gain. But with all of that, Jeremy, there's hope. Like I mentioned earlier, we see dozens and dozens of women that come here that they've experienced this weight gain, right? Because of the PCOS. And so there is hope. And I want to give the people that are listening a couple of tips on what they can do to help them with that. So number one, everything is about diet, right? Everything is about your food intake. So you want to make sure you have a balanced diet. Number two, portion control. We just recorded that last episode. Yep. So portion control is a big thing too for PCOS. Regular exercise. Exercise is always key, is always part of a healthy lifestyle. Stress management. Those cortisol levels also disrupt the hormones and metabolism. And so you want to make sure you're managing your stress so then you're not making things worse, right? And then lastly, support. Like I mentioned earlier, women try to figure out what the heck to do when they're diagnosed with this, and over a sudden they're so used to being a size 5 and they're making their way to a size 8, 10, 12, and they try everything under the sun and they don't know what to do. And so find the right support and the right program to help them push through, because I tell you, Jeremy, there is hope. Our women lose weight. They lose half a pound to a pound a day average, even with PCOS. They just need the right guidance and the right program to do it. So there is hope. And at Inspire, we deal with the metabolism, which is one of the first things that we have to do with our PCOS clients.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just so important to have a proper support system in place. I mean, life can be so challenging. And when you're trying to do these things alone without a system in place, it can be tough to stay on course. And it's just so important to have that good diet, have that exercise, as we always talk about, for preventative measures and just to live a good, wholesome life. And it's something I'm learning more and more on the other side of 40, how important it is. I recently started running myself. I'm more cognizant of the diet. Nice. One of the things that's difficult in our society, though, is you might think you're eating decent food, but everything has hormones and artificial and pesticides and all this stuff. So it's very, very difficult to find good foods, especially when in our fast-paced society, when we're constantly on the move. So all good stuff. Martha, always a pleasure. Thanks for your insights. And,
there's hope, guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll catch everyone on the next episode. So everyone have a lovely day and take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Inspire Weight Loss Davy podcast. To get your journey started, visit inspireweightloss.com or contact 954-837-8811.